Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm back with another podcast, another interview slash podcast. A few of you have been saying that it's more of an interview. But today we've got a former Argyle striker, a big striker. A lot of you know I've got I'm quite close to him over Instagram. I've spoke to him before. Frank Nouble, really quality guy. Much respect to him. We've done it sort of out of the blue, really. We've been planning to do it for ages, and then one night he hit me up with a message, and we got it done. So another massive thank you to him. Coming in from this now, obviously the support for these podcasts have been amazing. I've got loads of messages from people telling me to get this person on, telling me to get that person on. It's easier said than done, because obviously the footballers in the season, it's quite hard to get them on, especially around this Christmas time. But I have got one coming up with Conor Grant, and hopefully sometime in February, March, around that sort of time, I should be getting one with Panucci Kamara. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you do like the channel and you do want to see Argyle vlogs. Trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, guys. Here's the podcast. Come on, you greens. Right, guys, so I'm here with Frank now. Frank, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. So obviously quite late notice. I appreciate you for being on here. We'll start off with my questions, and then we've got a few questions from the people on Instagram. My first question to you is: have you always wanted to be a footballer, and at what age did you sort of realise that you could become pro?
Yeah, no, from a really young age, I'd say probably about 6, 5 years old. Just watching the football was ever on the TV. We had a 1 to 5 channel. I think we used to have a Italian TV come on Channel 4 now and then. So I picked up my love for football then. And then probably primary school, I went to school early, to ruin my sport, play football. So my parents knew back then. Yeah, I was quite lucky. Signed for Sunday League. Got scouted to Millwall. And then while I was on, I played against Chelsea. Played a while. Then I signed for Chelsea, under 11s. And then, yeah, the rest is history. I found myself back in the professional game at the age of 16 at West Ham. And yeah, that's where my career started.
Yeah, so you say you was at Chelsea and West Ham, quite very big clubs.
Yeah.
From that, what is your first footballing memory? Growing up and realising that, the love of the sport could become just more than a hobby.
It's hard because the majority of kids in this country or even the world want football, right? So the fact that football, it was stressful, something I wanted to do every day. I never once by anything other than playing football. I play football from the beginning of the day, so before school, so after school, in the evening, I'll be back late, hearing my parents think I am, but they know I'm done with football. So the fact that I could become a pro, which is a dream come true. I think anyone that plays football would think that, we're the lucky one. And also, obviously, have the talent as well to produce and try and make was happy. The day's entertainment business. So much as I love it, I'm out there try to do something good and positive for my team, but my club.
Yeah. This next question, it might be a bit hard for you to answer because, as you've said, you've always been a football orientated person. You've known it since a young age. But if football didn't work out, what sort of job or what sort of role would you have thought you'd have gone into?
I don't know. Good question. I couldn't tell you, mate. I've been football. Me really. I was never scared of anyone telling football's not a long career, or you need a plan B. For me, my plan A, plan B was football. So I just dedicated myself. Really didn't go out as I missed out on a lot of parties, school parties, going out and stuff like that. So Chelsea days, I was missing school 2 days a week. So I played football with them. I've been quite lucky at a young age, straight into it. So I know this.
Yeah, I think dedication comes a long way with football. You probably say so yourself. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
you hear a lot of pros say that as they were younger, they went out and missed parties and that. But it's a
Yeah.
dedication you make, and it's a quality lifestyle. So
Yeah, 100%, mate. It's all about what you choose to do in it. With anything you do in it, be it football, be it any walk of life, to it a little bit. So imagine what you could do for 95% or 100% for a month, 2 months. You're gonna get success. Hope that's what you imagine, but it's hard to do it. So yeah, I say when I was younger, I definitely put a lot of work and a lot of sleepless nights. I got paid dividends.
yeah. Now coming on to sort of your career now, do you have any pre-match superstitions or any pre-match routines which help you, focus towards the game?
Not really. I try to eat the same food before I start a game. I play the game. Sorry, try to eat some pasta or chicken and some pasta. So now I know at particular probably get my food. And, how the day goes now. My day's different to what it was maybe 5 10 or so.
Yeah. A lot of footballers, all of them are quite different with their pre-match superstitions and routines. I know that it is sort of a personal thing. But moving on from that, Who is the best player you've played with?
Oh, best player. I say most the player. The first team I've actually played games with, I'll probably say Scott Parker.
Yeah.
Scott Parker's probably the most player at the time at West Ham. It was 7 or 8 out of 10 every. How good he was. I knew he was already good before, but when you're a youngster, you always, these players, you can play with them, eat him, you can trick him or what. In training, he was a joke. But in games as well, that's why he's become a top manager now. Managing in the Championship, also the Prem, I think of last year. So I think top Scott Parker.
Yeah.
If I was the best player I played against on the day, Fernando Torres. I was on the bench for West Ham in Liverpool, and I think Torres scored at Upton Park. I was mesmerized by what he was doing, man. He's the joke of a player. So I say Torres best I played with Scott Parker.
Yeah, they're two top quality players and well known players. Yeah. So obviously you've been at a few clubs in your career, and you must have experienced some world class moments. But if you could condense it into one, what would be the best goal you think you've scored, and the best game you've played in?
I would say best goal, actual goal, probably a strike, League 2 for Nouble. Walloped it from like 4 yard. It's my first home game for Nouble. It was quite important for me personally. So that goal, probably most important goal for me as well was probably my first goal, my only goal for West Ham against Derby away. Sam gave me a chance to play forward, so that was goal for West Ham. I was there from 17 and I scored that night. It was a dream come true.
Yeah.
Best game I've been involved in. I think I would just probably say I've been in some good games, so it's hard to pick one. But I'd say one that was a big achievement. It's probably Colchester. We got to the quarterfinals of the Cup.
Yeah.
We played United away. Lost 3-0, but just to get there and play at Old Trafford in front of 50,000 people, we bought nearly 20,000 as well. So
yeah,
it was a great experience.
Yeah, I thought that would have been up there. Obviously, not many low league teams such as Colchester or even my team are. We haven't been up there, but we don't really get to go up to such big stadiums as Old Trafford. So I would have thought that would have been up there.
Yeah, big moment. Listen, I've played at Old Anfield.
Yeah.
I played at Spurs, Upton Park. I've played at big stadiums, but I wouldn't say they were big games for me. Do you know what I mean? The Colchester one was a good one because we beat Spurs before that.
Yeah.
Beat Crystal Palace. We had a good run, so that was good.
Yeah, very good run. So the next question on to land, back to sort of like a match day scenario. How do you handle with pressure and criticism from fans, especially when like the team is down, possibly you or your teammates aren't on form? How do you sort of handle it, and how do you sort of pick yourself up?
You know what? Pressure. I don't feel pressure outside. I always feel pressure within. So for me, I know I've not played well. It will frustrate me. I won't sleep well. I think a lot of people, like supporters, don't think players care. Especially when you've lost the game. Go home, your mouth in a way, say he's not good or he's crap or whatever. But for us, we care as well. We support. Well, we've got our favourite team. We batter players as well on the TV. You know what? I'm in that position. I know what I probably won't do the same, whereas someone else might not do that. I deal with it personally. I like to interact with fans and supporters. I like to talk to them, make them feel like they kind of know me a little bit. I know that, I do. At the same time, two, I laugh as well. Like, at the end of the day, we're all humans, we're going to make a mistake. If I've not my runner and someone scored, it's not because I didn't want to do it. I just messed up on that occasion. So I just feel pressure. Maybe other players. I don't really take it to the heart. I speak personally when I know I've not done well. So I just praying hard and might sound cliche, but that's what I do. I probably smile it off. I know there's another opportunity to do well.
Yeah, I suppose a quite positive way to deal with it is, I suppose if you let it all bulk up and you don't move on from it, it can play you in.
Yeah, it can be a lonely place. Think about this, like when you go to work, what work you do, you're not getting pelters from the side telling you you're shit, you're this, or whatever.
Yeah.
You get back on your work. You're on a bad day, you find one or two, and then you go home. Result. We're judged on 90 minutes. Yeah. No one knows what we've gone through throughout the whole week. No one knows if we're carrying it through, but we just put a brave face on it. Judge. So, not making any excuses, but you have to still think about in that context. That there's deeper things that go on rather than how fast I am today, how strong I am. I know the fans and supporters paid a good money to come watch us, but we want to perform as well. It's not that we're going out there not to perform. So, it's give and take it. I like the banner in that, but as long as it don't cross the line, I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Moving on to our next question. This one is based on your career as a whole, but do you have any regrets on your career?
No, any regrets. I have places that I wish I stayed longer. Yeah. I wish I stayed longer at Plymouth. I wish I stayed longer at the two clubs and West Ham. But West Ham was a tough place to come to, and towards the time we had 3 managers in 3 years. Not much stability, went up and down. It was a tough place to be. Yeah. Whereas Ipswich was really good. We had McCarthy, man, solid. He played me quite a lot of my first 2 years there. I wish I stayed there longer, but Plymouth as well. I wish I was there to see the support from the stadium. Yeah. Another thing that I missed. I think that would have brought a different side to that team. Yeah. Obviously the team is doing quite well. We started well Plymouth, and obviously we had a back run of form. But I feel like if the fans were there, that might have helped that more.
Yeah, I agree. I think that as well. I think the fans, they contribute for every club. So
100.
Sort of linking with that question and naming on them 3 teams you've said, which is the hardest club you've had to leave?
No, it will always be West Ham, just because that's my first, I made my debut. Yeah. So even leaving Chelsea was tough because I was there for all the ages. I played reserve. I trained first team at 15, under 15, so I was playing first team and training with the reserves. So, leaving there was in West Ham. Like all I knew was London, but to leave to go to somewhere else. I went to Wolves for after West Ham. I went to Ipswich, so it was just a new life for me. I had to go up quite quickly.
Yeah.
I'll say that's a tough place to leave, West Ham, because I've been there for a year. And, I was a kid going in, so West Ham.
Yeah, it's a big club to leave,
Yeah, massive club, mate.
Yeah, so what would you have, obviously quite successful forward yourself, what would you have to give to any advice to any young upcoming maybe academy or aspiring to be an academy? What advice would you have to any strikers?
Work on what you're good at every day. You're strong. Work on how to be even stronger in terms of how you use your body. Maybe a bit of gym, stuff like that. Just work what you're very good at. If you're quick, find out how to use as much as you can. I tell young players now, once you get on the pitch, even if you're not a professional, whatever level you play at, whatever you can do well, make sure you know that as much as you can, 90 minutes you play.
Yeah.
If you're technically very good, let's see your technique that day. If you're a mouthy one, you can speak, you're very vocal, be vocal. Like, don't do stuff that you're not very good at a lot. Do things that you're very good at a lot, and the stuff that you're not so good at, that's for training. That's why you practice and try to get better at it.
Yeah.
If every player was Messi and Ronaldo, there'll be no discussion about, who should play where and what teams and stuff like that. There'll be no competition. It's good that we have players that are good at, heading, quick and technical, so everyone could fit in the team. So as a striker, work on your strengths. Find what makes you the best you can be, but to score goals and assist and, get other players involved.
Yeah, thank you for that. So my last two questions until I move on to the questions asked from people on Instagram. Both Argyle related. One that's hit the news quite well, and I know a few people did ask it, but what are your thoughts and opinions on Ryan Lowe leaving Argyle halfway through the season?
Obviously it's tough. Tough for, I think, both parties. I think Plymouth obviously started well this year, flying at the top of the league. Couple bad results, but still up there. Still maybe a win away or 2 wins away from being back top. So, it's obviously strange timing, but in football, you never know when the call's going to come. So, you had the opportunity to go to the Championship, regardless of what team it was. It's an opportunity, and obviously he sees it as an opportunity to go and better himself. Not to say that Plymouth is not a place he can better himself, but you've got to be realistic as well. Look, Steven Gerrard left Rangers, massive club as well.
Yeah,
he's come to the Premier League, so obviously in his mind he's thinking there's a step that he's always wanted to take. People that make these decisions are people that always had these things in their mind. So in his mind, he's probably always thought, if I'm not promoted now, then I need a chance to go to the Premier League or Championship. I'm going to take it. And that's probably what had in his mind all this time, regardless of where Plymouth were. And obviously that chance came and he's taken it. So I don't think there should be any hard feelings towards him.
Yeah.
And I don't think hard feelings from him towards Plymouth either. There shouldn't be, because they gave him an opportunity to do well and he did it. But at the same time, you move on. Now you got Shuey. Shuey's a great coach. So, you've landed right on your feet there with him.
Yeah. I think that the only reason Argyle fans were a bit bitter and on the hatred side was the fact that Ryan Lowe sort of said that Argyle were nothing before he was there.
I see that.
Yeah, I think that was a bit silly for him to say, but if that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks.
Listen, everyone has their personality, so for him, he's good with his words. I'm sure he knew what he was doing by saying that.
Yeah.
He's probably had a bit of stick. He knew get leaving, so he's just said that. At the end of the day, you move on, innit? Whatever happens now, Plymouth is the most important for yourselves now, innit? Get behind your team and leave him to it now. That part is done now, even though it was successful, but it's done now. Any words, sticks and stones, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, sort of adding to that question, how was Ryan Lowe like? Obviously, he recruited you to Argyle. How was he sort of like as a manager? Did he make your time at Plymouth?
Yeah, great charisma. Great charisma. Because plays into wanting to come to the club and make you believe in what they're trying to do, which is a great trait to have as a manager. I've definitely given that. In terms of the actual football side of it, yeah, he knew how he wanted his team to play. Very clear.
Yeah.
And yeah, just overall, good manager. But yeah, good staff. I think Shuri now the manager.
Yeah.
He's a great coach. Like, he's a very good coach, very hands-on in training. So I think again, like, you've landed on your feet there. So football-wise, not very good. And to be fair, what the results speak for them. Like Ryan Lowe's at 2 clubs that he's done well at. So say anything bad about what he does in terms of football coaching and man. So yeah, that's what I say about Ryan. Done well, and all the best to him now at Preston.
Yeah.
But Shuri was a great partnership. So I don't know how we do now without him. I'm sure Shuri well at Plymouth.
Yeah. So my last question from me, and obviously we've spoke about how you sort of regret not seeing the Green Army at a stadium, but what are your opinions and thoughts of the Green Army, the Argyle fans in general?
Yeah, supporters, very good. Even when we lost games, obviously all I could see was online. I couldn't see it like in person because I never met any of the supporters.
Yeah.
But online, very supportive. Even the first day I signed, hundreds, 1,000 people just sending messages and whatnot, just saying good luck. Welcome to this, to Plymouth, to Argyle. And the Green Army were fantastic with me, even though all they saw me was on iFollow. Yeah. And that's it. So they were brilliant. I think even now, I look at the numbers. I think you get loads of supporters in the ground. 16,000, 18,000 plus games at home. So away games, you get a lot of people there. So massive club. It's again, I regret or I missed the chance to meet them and play in front of them. You get that extra 5-10% when you play against in front of your supporters. And if you can have home crowd in League One, 18,000, you're laughing.
Yeah.
So all the best to them. I still got friends that talk to them still now. Conor Grant, Joe Edwards, Cooper, Panucci. I still speak to them. Danny Mayer, a few of the boys. I still speak to them. So I wish them all the best.
Any chance of you coming back anytime soon?
I don't know about that. Again, like I said, if I could pick clubs that I would want to go back, experience a game in a different, one of them would definitely be Plymouth. So we'll see what happens. At Colchester currently, we're not doing too great, but it's 2 after the season. Both can do after the season. And Plymouth, mate, to be fair, I always look for the results. I still check for Jetcott or Hardy have scored. My 2 young boys down there.
Yeah.
I always check on them, man, because they're a great group. Again, just a place I wish I could stay longer, really. It's short-lived, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So, moving on to the questions from Instagram, and our first one from Brad Zash Official, and it's Colchester United one. How is life at Colchester?
Coach is good. Coach is good. A lot of change in players. When I was first here, we had new players, but we were quite settled. Whereas now, having left Plymouth, come back here, we've had 15 new players overall. So it's been quite hard for the whole team to adjust and start picking up results. But I feel like we've reached a place now where everyone knows each other. We've got a new manager. Hopefully results can change. But for me personally, I'm just need to get back fully match fit. It's the first time I've been injured in my whole career. I've missed the last month of football. I've been on the bench a little bit, but I was injured. So now I'm back on the mend. I'll be back out there on the field next. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to hopefully smashing the second part of the year.
Yeah, hopefully you recover well. And then this one is this is I think another one from another Colchester fan. It's a bit of a weird one, and I don't know if you're gonna want to answer it. It's from Bryn_7920, and it's why didn't Theo Robertson sign for Col U?
Yeah, Theo, we tried to sign him. I think there's convos between him and the club. But, in any negotiation, both sides to agree. So they could agree on something. Obviously, he has told me, but they just couldn't agree on things. So that's why I couldn't come. But went to Bradford instead. But our coaches, when he was there with me, he had a great time. So I think the supporters there wanted to see him back, basically. So yeah, shame we missed that. But it's football. We move on.
Yeah. So now The next one from _Porgy23_. You've sort of spoken this a little bit when I asked you the Ryan Lowe question, but what is your opinions on Shuey?
Yeah, Shuey, great guy, great coach. I sent him a message the other day when he got the job. Texted me back saying how I was doing and saying I hope the family's all right. Like, it's testament to what kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously now he's gaffer, isn't he? So I'll call him gaffer if I see him again. And yeah, he's just top man. Top man. He was the one who glued in the players and the gaffer, Ryan Lowe. Yeah, he would always be with us at the back of the bus, trying to, get involved with us and find out how we're thinking and what we're feeling towards the games before and after. Obviously now he's the manager, probably can't do that as much. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I think the fans will love him overall. The players will love him. And it could be a similar effect to what Ryan had, You never know in this game. Sometimes when one door closes, another one opens. So maybe he's been waiting for this chance as well all his life. Yeah. And now he's got it. He's still a young man. He'll be ambitious. But apparently now, you end up being very happy with what's happened because he's a good guy and good coach.
Yeah, the Argyle fans have took a shine to him so far. And
Shuey at the wheel, wasn't it?
Yeah, Shuey at the wheel, yeah. So the next question from Alfie_Curtis_Weber. Favourite moment at Argyle?
My first goal, wasn't it? My first goal for Argyle. That against QPR in the cup, first game at home. The crowd should have been there. Crowd were there, we're going ballistic, aren't we? So
yeah.
And I think I would have carried on. But to be fair, like I said, we started the season off quite well. I think we're the top 5 for the first 5, 6, 7 games. So started off reasonably well. So yeah, just missed the fan beating them. But my favourite moment is my first goal for Argyle.
Yeah. Next is from Cam O'Brien 46. We've got 2 questions from him. What was your first thoughts of Argyle before coming here?
I just knew it was a big club. I knew it was miles away from where I'm from. They were the 2 things. I just bought massive following, but also far away. But I heard a lot of nice things about the city and the town, surrounding areas around it. So I was looking forward to it. In my mind, I thought to get a plane down there because I thought it was that far, but it was calm.
Yeah.
Train down there. And, I lived there. My family came down. I was ready to, invest my time there. It's a shame that it went sideways a little bit. I wanted to play a bit more than what the gaffer was giving me at the time. Considering I've just come from playing a game and then coming here a bit of bad form, and he put me at the team, so I was a bit frustrated.
Yeah.
I had a lot of good things, so I was excited to come down.
Yeah, sort of saying about how you brought your family down. His next question is, did you see yourself having a bigger future with Argyle? But I think you must have if you brought your family down.
Oh, yeah. Family came down, kids were in school, so it's tough. I already signed a year contract. It was this COVID year as well. It was tough to get any contract. I had a few offers in League 2 and a couple in League 1. Teams weren't attractive. Plymouth was the most attractive for me on paper. Been promoted, a bit of good players. That's why I came down there. But I only got offered a year dip. In my head, it was all or nothing. And I tried to give it my all first 6 months. But towards the end of it, started the team a little bit. So it was a bit frustrating. And then you got to make a decision for you and your family. You go back somewhere else and, maybe pick up a more lengthier deal where you can fulfill your needs for you and your family. That's what I did.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And this next question, the penultimate question, is sort of related to the questions we've been talking about. But how personally did you find your time at Argyle? So personally, like football aside, yourself mentally and obviously on the pitch, how did you find your time at Argyle? And if you could change anything other than the length that you was here, maybe something else, would you?
You know what? I wouldn't change much. I'll probably just try to add even more of my personality to the squad. Coming into a new team that's just been promoted, so they're very tight. Aiming, to be fair, they took me in quite well. I'm still trying to be, it's your team. Let me buy my time and get, in amongst things. But I think it's coming straight away and just saying, I'm here, I'm ready to play and give my impact. I think I did that, but not maybe to the full capacity that I know I can do. Two, I wasn't scared about anything really. I was looking forward to it. It's just annoying that we had so many restrictions. It was locked down, then not locked down, then no fans. Like all that kind of stuff was going on. So it was tough to just settle.
Yeah.
And just be happy at the training ground and at the stadium. I'm going to play games at home. It doesn't feel like home because there's no one in there.
Yeah.
It just feels like the training ground. It was just tough. Them things are things that we never had to deal with as players. First time anyone's had to deal with it. So yeah, there's no like one particular thing. It's just mainly I wish I could stay longer because I did enjoy myself. I really did enjoy myself.
Yeah. And the last question is from Ab Prives. What do you do on your day off from football?
Now I've got kids, so they take up the day. Really, we try to do something with them. Park stuff, play, arcades stuff. That's what I'm doing. Try to rest a bit, and or I'm playing PlayStation. I love my PlayStation, so I'll play FIFA or 2K. So that's basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started to play golf as well now, real life as well as on the PlayStation 2K 21 golf. So PGA, sorry. So yeah, just PlayStation kids really. But for me, I'm a bit older now. Right, so what I was doing, 5, 6 years ago, what I was doing now, what I'm doing now. So I'm a bit more chilled now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's all the questions from me, mate. Thank you so much for your time. It's much appreciated. Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to shout out? Any? I know you've got a podcast, and I know your Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll link it down below. But you do a lot of lives, giving away shirts and boots. I'm still yet to win, but I will win one day. I will win
one day, bro. One day. I'll keep doing them. Mate. Listen, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
This business line thing, you just got to persevere. Keep going. Don't stop. Even if the days you don't like doing it, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And you seem like a great. Just keep doing it. For me personally, I'm gonna do my podcast. It's gonna be coming out New Year. Some episodes. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Just follow my page and it will come up on there.
No problems, mate. Thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you for watching. If you have watched this whole way, just a little ad. My Instagram will be down below. Please go ask anyone that you want on, any footballer. Doesn't have to be an Argyle player, but preferably has an Argyle background, so an ex-Argyle player or something along them lines. But I hope you all had a good Christmas and a happy New Year. Hopefully 2022 we get success as Argyle fans, and hopefully the team does well. Come on, you Greens.